most exciting happenings of Monday night involved Ric Flair, Eric Bischoff, the Horsemen, and Dusty Rhodes. It started with a challenge by Ric Flair and ended up Flair's going to get Bischoff at Starrcade.
Bischoff, wherever you are, Big Shot, I want you to hear this. I'm disappointed in Barry Windham. I'm mad as hell at you. If you want to fire me, fire me. You and I are going to have it out once and for all. You, me.
He wants a piece of me.
I want to wrestle you.
He wants to get in the ring with what?
You and I are going to have it out.
You're going to give him that opportunity. Malenko. If you can beat this man, then you are going to give Ric Flair the opportunity to wrestle me. The next little was special referee. The legend, the man deserves your respect. Dusty Rhodes. The justice will be swift, and the call will be right down the middle. I've always stood for right and wrong. You want to give up? May the best man win.
Dusty Rhodes has raised the hand of Dean Malenko. Dusty Rhodes
has double-crossed
Bischoff.
May the best man win. What are you doing? Who do you think you are? You're fired. You're fired. Fired. You are fired.
The Horsemen are out.
And so is Ric Flair.
Ric Flair, first man in line.
The greatest Christmas present the Nature Boy or the Horsemen have ever had. It'll be you, Bischoff.
So the big swerve from Dusty Rhodes, the embrace with Malenko and Flair at the end of all that went down. And of course, if you watched us, and I'm sure you did on Monday, you know we were quickly faxed a document from the legal department that said that there's no backing up now. Bischoff must go in the ring against Ric Flair at Starrcade, Mike.
Talk about a high level of anticipation. I am marking the days off of my calendar until Starrcade, because I want to see the Nature Boy Ric Flair against Eric Bischoff. I want to see Ric Flair take Bischoff in the corner and just lay in those knife-edge chops. I can't wait.
Did you see the eyes on Flair? Did you see the fire burning in that man's eyes? If he could have got his hands on Bischoff right there, he'd probably be on the 11 o'clock news. Eric Bischoff with 35.
Well, fans, it's going to come down on the 27th of December. That's right. It's Flair and Bischoff. It's Goldberg and Kevin Nash. And we've just begun. We've got more matches we're going to announce as the weeks go by here on all of our programs on the WCW TBS TNT network.
Tony, but what about Raven?
Raven, what'd you do? Cameraman, get a shot of this. Get a shot of this. Raven, why did you put your head through a window today? What is wrong with you? I know you've been depressed, and I know you blame your mom. But I think I've got something that's going to turn your frown upside down. And that is the question. Are you people ready? Who's not better than Canyon? Gotcha! I got you that time because I said who's not better than Canyon, and what you guys said is everybody. I gotcha, because you're from Memphis, Tennessee, where they plow the field, farm the farm, and Raven, tell me that wasn't fun. Come on.
The shades of Andy Kaufman.
I was talking about that earlier, and well, there you see. Still, as you said, Brain, what about Raven? On Monday, he was supposed to team with Canyon, and he didn't even move from the corner.
I walked by him in the hall about 2 hours ago, and he's got about 25 stitches in his head.
So we really didn't get a good camera close-up of that. Canyon tried to point it out. Raven put his head through a window earlier today. Talk about the depression setting in.
Well, the stupidity. If you need air, you just lift the window and raise it.
Well, they better have it all together tonight on Thunder, because look at the opposition. The Canadian crippler Chris Benoit and and Big Mongo. Steve McMichael representing the Four Horsemen. Arn Anderson accompanies them to ringside.
This has all the potential of being a great tag team matchup. And I say potential in that the fact that Raven is scheduled to be the tag team partner of Canyon. Let's see if he battles this depression. There's a lot of things you can do for depression. You go through therapy. I know they have a lot of medications out there if you go see the right psychologist. And so he needs some help to get out of this. Where is he? Well, he's standing up in the corner.
Well, he's making progress.
That is progress. That's exactly right.
Boy, he's come a long way.
Well, since Monday, he really has.
And he needs to go see a psychiatrist. He really does.
From the neutral position, it's Benoit hooking on that side headlock here on Canyon. This should be a great matchup in singles between these two. And Benoit over the top of Canyon, scoots through the legs. Look at the quickness of Benoit. Spins him around. Good standing switch. Ducked very low that time and then tripped him face first. Great move by Canyon. Look at this. 1, 2. Superior leg strength got him out of that.
Whoa.
Benoit ducks low and chops him off his feet.
Well, we referred to Canyon as the innovator of offense, and he certainly took it to Benoit in the opening minute of this matchup. But the physical presence of the Horsemen as they step up to the plate here. Mongo from outside. The crippler from inside has Canyon out on the floor.
Gentlemen, get a look at Raven. He's not doing anything. He's not even watching the match. He's sulking.
Is that what you call that?
That bottom lip so far out, he'll trip over it.
Yeah, and whenever he sheds some light on it, he's always bringing up his mother and the lack of affection that his mother gave him growing up. Always placing the blame on others.
Well, he just won't shut up.
Yeah, boys. Make it up for Monday. Hammerlock. To the top wrist lock now. Canyon has wrestled a fine match.
All by himself.
He's reaching. Raven's not even looking his way.
No response, no eye contact even made when Canyon extended the hand.
Better off not having a partner than a guy like Raven. He'll just get in the way.
Fans are on Raven right now, and Canyon wants Raven to make a tag, but Raven just having... will he get a payday because of this?
Raven's rules.
Maybe so.
It just covers everything, doesn't it?
I guess so.
You get one, don't you?
Yeah, but I'm performing here. I'm working. Are you?
Yes.
Yeah, you always are. Into the corner now. Here comes Benoit the other way. Good move by Canyon. And Canyon, the crippler. Russian leg sweep and a good one.
And you see Benoit favoring that elbow.
Another reach.
Look at him pout. Children do that.
I know, firsthand. Oh, and now look at this. A little bit of anger exhibited here by Canyon. The cause of Raven, I'm sure. And Benoit's paying for it. There's an eye gouge as well.
I think Canyon at this point just realizes that he has to battle both of these men on his own.
He's pouting like a child.
You just call him an idiot?
Yeah, I tell you, he's not going to respond to that. Well, he did say something that time, and Mongo got the tag. On the other side, Mongo wasting no time, using the tools he knows best, coming out of the three-point stance.
And knocking you down.
And now look at Mongo. Here's one of the strongest. You talked earlier, Mike, about the physical presence of the Horsemen. Never more evident than when Mongo's in the ring, I can tell you that. Pick up, and what a great move.
Critical error by Mongo as he missed in the corner on Canyon. Goes for the lateral press. 2 count before the shoulder of McMichael is up.
Raven's still not paying any attention. Like a child.
Then Canyon should not pay any attention to him. Canyon's been wrestling a fine handicap match, if you will. And now Mongo rolls up. Canyon! No, Canyon escaped.
Raven never made an effort to get in there and help him.
Not at all. He's reaching out again, and Mongo's really teasing Raven now by pointing his opponent towards him, putting the knee between the shoulder blades, and screaming some obscenities or whatever towards Raven. Almost daring Raven to get in the ring.
What do you do with people when they act like that, or children?
I don't know. Someone ask your mom and dad what they did.
Oh, it was perfect.
Yeah. Backhand chop that time by Benoit.
I think you guys hit on it earlier. It's time for Raven to see a shrink. Maybe not for the first time.
Well, he needs some help from someone. That man is messed up. I think Canyon's the one who needs the most help now on this team. He needs a partner. He needs to get to the corner. He needs to... Well, it doesn't look good to make a tag. Raven won't come in. And the Horsemen are doing what they do best. They've got him grounded. They got him in the corner. They're putting the boots to, and there's Raven.
See, here's the deal. He wants so much attention. I mean, you can see this in Raven. He could pout and he could stand there and just pout in the back somewhere, but he wanted to come out here in the ring area where the lights were on.
So everybody feels sorry for him.
See, you know from experience, don't you?
Well, the lights weren't always on.
And they're still not.
Huh?
Watch out now. Oh, that patented snap suplex by Benoit. Benoit, I would dare say, here's a cover, Mike, and I'm sure he'd agree. 1-2. Hasn't lost a step since battling back from an injury not too long ago.
And pound for pound, Tony, you just have to consider the Canadian crippler, Chris Benoit, as one of the finest athletes in professional wrestling today. The man can just do it all.
And now being a Horseman.
Yeah, that's a big advantage as well, being associated with the Horseman. Tag is into McMichael. Good tags, good teamwork from Benoit and McMichael. Arn Anderson has looked on approvingly from ringside.
I think...
Go ahead, Tony.
I was getting ready to say, I think it's a bonus, and it's fortunate for all the champions in our sport that Benoit is a Horseman right now. His efforts have been to keep the Horsemen together, to wrestle in tag team, and thus he hasn't had a chance to go after the major titles. I think Benoit right now, in the best shape of his life, certainly could be a champion. Mongo's been a U.S. champ, and he sends now Canyon in.
You know, you got to consider, too, the advantage of having Arn Anderson in the corner. Just tops off the Horsemen, just makes them the elite crew that they are.
After a big Beal tag, here comes Benoit. Pulls the Canyon away, teasing Canyon, and I guess maybe teasing Raven. I'm not sure. Raven not even watching. Here's a pickup. Oh, into a backbreaker and a good one. Benoit makes a good cover and a kick away. Come on, ref, now it's 3. A look over towards Raven again.
Well, you're talking about how good Benoit is and how tough Mongo is. What about Canyon? I mean, he's been in there the whole time by himself, and I still haven't beaten him.
I tell you what, hat on the back to Canyon. Kudos to Canyon.
Have to give him credit.
Yes, sir.
A series of near falls, and he's been able to kick out from both Benoit and Mongo.
You may not like his attitude, but you got to respect what he's done here in the face of what's gone down. He is really, if you think about it, and I know Raven should think about this, he's the only friend Raven has. Raven should think about that. Into the corner. Foot to the jaw of Benoit. To the midsection. Here we go. Again, dragon screw leg whip took him down.
He's got to get out of that ring.
There are just so many offensive moves the crippler has. So many ways he can tie up. Look at that. You may have heard Arn Anderson say punish him, and I believe the crippler is going to try to do just that.
Just having Raven as a partner is enough punishment.
The crippler is perched on the neutral turnbuckle.
Oh!
Went for the diving headbutt off the top rope, and Canyon was able to avoid the contact.
Now, what an opportune time if they were working as a team, Canyon and Raven, to tag in quick, back and forth, get Benoit back to the corner, work him over, in and out, back and forth. That's the way you do it.
He's reaching over. Reach out. It could have been a great tag right there. Would have been a great time, as you said, Brain to make a tag. He reached out. Raven, only he had to do was even just move his hand down an inch.
I mean, reach out and touch somebody.
Canyon, look at this. He's got Benoit up. Oh! Face first. What a great move by Canyon.
Canyon's been fighting the Horseman all by himself.
Just never ceases to amaze us.
He reaches again.
Tag it yourself, Canyon. Right across the mouth.
You inside. Listen to you, Brain. That's what he did.
Now where's the social misfit going?
Well, the tag was made. It was a legal tag, and he's just walking away from the ring.
He's a legal man. Mickey J calls for the bell. There's going to be a count out. And the crippler crossface is on. Meanwhile, Canyon is tapping out, but this is over via count out because Raven's the legal man.
Well, either way, the Horsemen get the victory, but it'll go down in their record books as a count-out win for Benoit and McMichael.
A very angry Benoit. The Horsemen are angry, but Mickey J, that was a good call. The tag was made, and Raven walked out. Walked out on his only friend. It gets more bizarre as the days and weeks go by. A win for the Horsemen. In the wings of the Horsemen, Ric Flair has got Eric Bischoff at Starrcade, 24 days away.
Uh-oh.